Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack and today we have the big one. Today we're going to compare my DF64 solo grinder with Eureka Oro single dose grinder. I had my Eureka for the last 6-7 weeks. DF64 arrived this week actually, so I had it for maybe 6-ish days. So this is not a review. This is not a review. If you're interested with the review of the Oro, I will put it in a description. For the solo, I will have to wait. I want to give it a chance to shine. So it's not even a week. It's too early to do the review. But we're going to compare. We're going to see which one makes a tastier espresso, and that will be just my opinion. I know one of my favorite YouTubers, he uploaded a video, I think on Friday, Kyle. He uploaded the video where he put those two into the tests next to each other. Purposely, I haven't watched that video, so I will do it after I finish my video. Otherwise, I probably would be influenced. So whatever I'm showing you here, this is my opinion. And because I'm very new to this grinder, maybe there are certain things that I have to learn, or I have to maybe improve or discover that I haven't yet. If you have any comments, definitely leave them. I will read all of them. As you know, I try to answer all of the comments you guys put there. And I'm sure lots of you know much more about this grinder than myself. So how the test will look like, I will quickly take you closer to see those two grinders. Then we will grind. I will show you how to grind. I won't be showing you how to make a coffee. Today we are using Barista Espresso as my default machine, because that's the only semi-automatic that I've got. We're going to use two coffees. One that I got for free from Bella Barista. So each time I buy something substantial from them, I get a free bag of coffee. So this is kind of a medium roasted, they call it espresso blend, sweet coca hazelnut flavors. And also I will use I still got a little bit left. That's my Christmas blend. It's not the freshest coffee, but I've been using it for the last 6 weeks, so I'm very familiar with the flavor notes, and a good grinder can develop the decent flavor notes from this one. So this is kind of more like a lighter roasted coffee, and it tastes basically like a mince pie. So think about a mince pie, think about the Christmas. That's the flavor notes you get. And by the way, well, now you probably cannot buy it anymore, but I do recommend Caravan coffee roaster. In the white corner, the grinder that does not in any introduction. You've seen it on this channel many times before. That's my Eureka Oro single dose grinder. You can also get it in black or like a chrome version, which looks stunning, by the way. So this grinder got 65 millimeters flat burrs with diamond inside. So that's the burrs that only, as far as I know, only Eureka uses. It's got a powerful AC motor. It can reach up to 1650 RPM. The power of the motor, if anybody wants to know, 320 watts. And it weighs 7.2 kg, so that's the relatively heavy beast. So it's made out of the solid metal. You can feel it. It's heavy, it's substantial. To regulate the grind settings, you've got that knob on the side. If you want to change from let's say espresso to pour over, you have to do multiple rotations. To turn it on, there's a switch on the side. They promise near zero retention, and I would say that's about what I've noticed. About in between 0 to 0.2, unless you make a huge adjustments. Few things that I don't like. I will, if you want, check my full review. That side on that switch on the side, I would like another one somewhere here. There is actually a space for another switch here, but this one doesn't do anything. There is the space for the fork, but this one again doesn't do anything. The blower, certain people say it could be a bit stronger, doesn't blow everything. That might be the truth. Few finishes like this plastic here feels kind of a cheap. The knob, the numbers are not clearly visible, and doing the multiple turns by itself, it can be confusing especially when you change the grind settings. Now in the black corner, you've got my new arrival. That's a DF64, which here in UK they call it a Solo. And I have to say, it looks amazing. When you see them on the telly, they look ugly, but this one, I even like the Solo. It kind of reminds me of Star Wars. So I like the Solo logo. Obviously the grinder is tilted. The switch is actually here. So a few times accidentally I knocked the dosing cup when I was trying to turn it on. Maybe that's me being clumsy, but then the bins were, well, the grinds were all over everywhere. The plastic cup itself, it's plastic, but it feels okay. The quality of plastic, I think, feels slightly better than the plastic hopper on the Oro, but maybe it doesn't. It's almost as heavy. It's almost as heavy as the dosing cap from Oro, but because it's clear, you can see all the remains, all the dirts you can see on that dosing cap. To regulate the grinds, you basically rotate that upper wheel, so you have those numbers clearly visible on the top. Unfortunately, your indicator is here, so it's kind of tricky to align to see exactly where you are. It's not impossible, but it's kind of tricky. The blower, this one feels kind of a cheap rubber. This one feels like a nice silicone. The space between dosing cup and the chute, it's too long. Here everything goes into the cup. Here you may have an issue. This grinder also has 65 millimeters flat burrs, and I went for the standard Itamill flat burrs. This one got a DC type motor. It goes to 1400 RPMs, so slightly slower than Oro, which is 1650. The motor, it's slightly weaker, 250 watts, and it weighs a little bit less, 400 grams less. Retention on this one at the moment is spot on. At the moment it's about 0.2. So the Oro comes in a 3 colors. Solo, you have plenty to choose. Price, where I am in UK, this one is £500. Solo, it's £400. Okay, so it's cheaper now, but you can see where that extra £100 went for. So this is a solid metal. This one, it's a kind of an aluminium, but well, it feels nice, but it is not as substantial as this one. Nice wooden accents. Here plastic and a little bit of the metal. Here you've got a relatively nice looking dosing cup. Here you've got a plastic dosing cup. Some golden accents here. What I really like about Solo is how easy it is to get into the burrs. So if you want to clean it up, you basically unscrew the top. Very easy to get into the burrs. This one, there are a few screws that you need to get into. It's not impossible, but it's more difficult. Eureka Oro supposed to be good for all of the different types of brews. In my opinion, this is just a espresso grinder. If you want to go to pour over, I've made many attempts, I've recorded many videos. This one was tricky, to say at least. This one I haven't tried yet, so I cannot say for sure, but that was one of the biggest issues with this grinder, and those few little flaws with the build, like that button at the front that doesn't do anything, and maybe we would like to see that the actual switch at the front. Retention is good unless you make a good big changes, then it can take up to a gram of coffee. So if you make a big adjustments, I would recommend to purge it. That gate here, sometimes the beans get stuck. Again, not a huge deal, but something something some people may not like. Static, not so bad. Not so. How easy is to use the grinders out of the box? This one, it comes already in a espresso zone, so you just assemble the blower. It took me a few attempts. There's a tiny groove inside, so sometimes it can be a bit tricky, but otherwise it's basically ready to go. It's in espresso range. This one, the settings were kind of in between, so I didn't know that. I decided to season the burrs. I set them in number like 15, and suddenly the big chunks of coffee was coming in, out, spraying all over. I changed the settings to 10, the same. I changed the settings to 0, the same, huge chunks. I thought, my God, my grinder's broken, that doesn't work. No, it was just missing one full rotation. When someone was assembling that, it didn't rotate it all the way. So during the seasoning burrs, I managed to clog the declumper. So then I had to open it up and clean it up, the chute from inside. It was completely blocked, and it happened twice since then. So it might be an issue, but maybe it was me using it wrongly. Maybe I was putting too much coffee inside. The biggest one I have, and again here maybe you will be able to help me with that. What do you understand by 0 on the range? Is it 0 where the burrs are touching? On this one, no. You go kind of below. You got about the 9 or 8 on this one, below the espresso range for the burrs to touch. On this one, 0 is definitely not here. So if you see the front, the indicator, 0, it's here where the burrs are touching. And especially if the coffee is not very fresh, I kind of operate in that range here to grind for espresso on my La Pavonia. I haven't tried on a Barista Express yet. And it says do not adjust past 0 to prevent burr damage. But that's where I get something. Here it would be too coarse. So now, is it something I haven't done, or I am doing wrongly with this grinder, or is that how everybody has? Or well, I've tried few coffees, and it is oscillate in between. I've never actually went over 0. Maybe today I will use a fresher coffee for the demonstration, but I've never really went over the 0. And the static, because that space in between here and here, it's big, you end up with the mess. I don't like, I was complaining slightly about a little bit of the coffee dusts being on my canter when I finish using the blower. This one creates the mess. I was complaining about few things here, but this one's got a few big issues, like the adjustments and the mess it creates. Maybe I could use the RDT methods to spray a little bit of the water, but I've never had to do it here. There are plenty of mods to use for this grinder, so you can bring the dosing funnel, dosing cup closer to the chute. You can put anti-popcorning thing inside. You can use you can put grind indicator. Very difficult to get in UK. I mean, you only can get them on Etsy. The shipping costs are huge, probably twice, double whatever you pay for the particular item, and they quote like a month for delivery. If you add up the costs of all those extra mods, it won't be far away from the price that I pay for Oro. So that's another thing too. 400, 500, but with here you've got everything you need. You don't need to buy anything extra. Here you've got you probably should consider buying few mods. Okay, so let's grind some coffee. Okay, so 19 grams on. Now the vibration itself, look, it actually rotates. It rotates the top by itself, and if you're in that pour over range of over, let's say 3.5 turns, it can rotate the knob itself. So the noise not so bad, but the rotation is substantial. So I'm putting the coffee. I have to lock it first. I put the coffee inside, dosing cup. Okay, now turn my time on. So about 9 seconds, and you have to do few blows. 9-10 seconds. The coffee is ready, and let's have a look. 18.9, so we lost 0.1. Not bad. As I said, it's in the range. And now we've got 19 grams for solo. So normally I like to turn the grinder on and put the beans on the moving burrs, but I don't have enough hands, so I will have to put them first and then I will turn it on. So you remove that top. I put the 19 grams in. So we are in kind of that low espresso range. So it is a bit louder, about 17, 18 seconds and a few blows. But look how much of that dust is around here. Look at the table. And 18.8, 18.9, so about the same retention. This one is a new grinder, so and this is just one test. Okay, so let's make some coffee, because that's the most important thing. Let's make some coffee and let's see which shot tastes better. So first, the shot from DF64. I actually forgot how and I'm not using La Pavoni, and look how big that shot looks like. So that's about 40 grams of liquid out of 19 grams of coffee in 26-27 seconds. Shot looks nice, so let me try it first. I taste vanilla, I taste coca, I taste sweetness, and even the texture is not bad. Nice shot. That's a very good shot. That's a very good shot. Let's make a shot. So I'm trying it because I don't want to wait that the shot loses quality when it gets colder. So I try one, then I pull another one, and I try the other one. Perfect shot. Marzipan, perfect shot. I like the shot from the DF. And this is the first time I try it on a Barista Express. I haven't tried it before. Also amazing looking shot from Oro. They are both very good. Also, I can probably taste a little bit more of the marzipan. They are both similar. If I had to choose the winner, I probably get a little bit more clarity from the DF64. I was expecting the shot from the Oro to be thicker. It is thick, but it is not thicker than the DF64. Both very good shots. If I didn't taste them side to side, I would enjoy both. I like DF64 a little bit more because I've got more clarity of flavors. Let's now pull the shot with lighter roasted coffee, and let's see what we can get from there. Now we have the second shot from the DF64, so that's the light roasted coffee, the Christmas blend. Again, looks amazing. It's an old, well, it's a 6 weeks old coffee, so you won't get a huge amount of crema, but it looks very nice. Now let's taste it. Fruitiness, orange, again sweetness, wine, naturally processed obviously coffee, all flavors clear, slightly thinner texture, but oh, very good. So here we have it, the shot from Oro. If you hear any noise in the background, well, my neighbors decided that Sunday morning is a great time to do some refurbishment in the flats. Shot looks exactly the same. Smells wonderful. Let's see. It's very similar. Again, very similar. More like a winey tarts, and texture slightly thicker. But I'm getting more clarity from the DF64. Guys, I have to wrap it up before you won't be able to hear me at all. I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping that DF64 will be worse. Because for me, what's the most important thing for me is the taste. And I'm getting better clarity of taste with the very good texture still from my DF64. Oro, overall, I think it's a better grinding experience with the few things that I've mentioned. One more thing, that it's more difficult to dial in. You have to be spot on. Sometimes that teeny turn of the knob can change everything. It's easier for me to dial in the coffee on the DF64. I was expecting the Oro to produce. I mean, the quality of coffee from both of them is great. It's the differences are tiny, but in both cases, unfortunately, Solo won in both cases. I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting that. The quality I like more from Oro. The taste of the espresso I like more from Solo. Experience out of the box I like more from Oro. How easy it is to dial in the coffee, I like it more from Solo. Few issues with the kind of a build quality, a bit more issues. This one, as far as I know, cannot be modified. This one, you can put some better burrs, and then probably it would be much better in the quality of shot. And you can easily access the burrs. Here, a little bit more difficult. This one feels like kind of unfinished product, but if you like to modifying things, this will be your choice. This one, if you want a perfect espresso grinder out of the box. I haven't tested this for the pour overs. This one, at least my one, for pour overs, no. Okay. This one possibly yes. So one of the next videos will be this. I will put this one into the test for pour over against my Mighty K Max hand grinder. Conclusions, guys, you have to choose yourself. Okay, my taste buds might be different from your taste buds, but if my unsophisticated taste buds can taste the difference, you may taste the difference as well. You will definitely taste difference as well. If you can see, I'm over caffeinated. I have a pure caffeine in my veins. The entire place is full of coffee and liquid and everything. The price difference is £100, but you can see where that £100 went into this one. I thought the difference in texture will be so huge that the the Oro will win. I don't know which one, guys. Which one I should sell? I mean, I will keep them for a little bit longer because I'm waiting for niche. So I want to put all those three to test. And I heard there's a new 64 millimeter grinder in this range coming that might be perfect. So we will see. So I won't be selling it yet. But which one out of those two I should sell? That's the question. At the moment, I'm leaning towards keeping this one and selling this one. Wow. Wow. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this crazy video, click like, subscribe. It took me hours to record it. Hopefully it will be about 20 minutes long. Definitely plenty more stuff coming to this show. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack. This is my coffee show. And hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.